tomorrow will be better. Let me take you in this video to the world of statistics. In this question, we are told that a certain basketball team went out to play, and after playing 5 matches, their mean number of goals scored was recorded as 3. But after playing a 6th match, now the mean number of goals scored rose up to 4. Alright? And now the question says, find the number of goals scored in the 6th match. Follow me. Now, before everything, let us write down the formula for calculating mean of any data set. Now, look at this data set. We're talking about football and number of goals scored, alright? So the mean here is going to be given by the sum total of all the goals scored divided by the number of matches played. Okay? So, now, in other words, to obtain this mean number of goals scored, which is 3, what we did was, I'm going to write it here, the mean for the 5 matches. I'm going to denote it like this. Mean for the 5 matches is equal to the sum total of the goals scored within the 5 matches divided by the number of matches, which is 5. But I do not know that number of goals scored within the first 5 matches. So I'm going to let it be maybe x, some variable x, okay? So this x here represents the number of goals scored within the first 5 matches, which we do not know. So, and the question says that this formula should boil down to 3 because 3 here is the mean number of goals scored within the first 5 matches, correct? So from here we can make x the subject of the formula by a simple cross multiplication operation, right? So x multiplies 1 and then 5 multiplies 3. So from here, x is nothing else but 3 times 5, which is 15 goals, alright? So this 15 goals stands for the total number of goals scored within the first 5 matches. But that's not what we've been asked for. Here's the reason why we look for this. This is because to find the mean number of goals for the 6 matches played is going to be equal to, first let me write over 6 here because 6 down here in the denominator represents the total number of matches played, which right now, or in this second case, is 6. Now, what are we going to have up here? In essence, what we're supposed to have up here is the sum total number of all the goals scored for all the 6 matches, which in very simple terms is going to be the sum total of all the goals scored within the first 5 matches, okay, to which we're going to add now the number of goals scored within the 6th match, and that's what we are looking for, and we don't know. But we already know from the first operation the total number of goals scored within the first 5 matches, alright? So which is equal to 15. Now to this 15, we're going to add a certain variable y, which here represents the total number of goals scored in the 6th match. Alright, okay, and they said when we calculated after computing the mean for the number of goals scored for all the 6 matches, they said the answer was 4. Alright, so we are almost done. All we have to do now is to make y the subject of this formula. For those of you who still have problems making a variable the subject, you can go to my YouTube channel or contact me personally, and I'm going to have a precise session for you. Okay, start by doing a cross multiplication here, and then we're going to obtain that 1 is going to multiply all of this, and it's going to still be itself, plus y is going to be 6 times 4 here, which is 24. At this level, we just have to send 15 to the right and have that 24 minus difference. Be careful with negative signs. Alright, so this implies that y is going to be equal to 9 goals. In conclusion, there were altogether 9 goals scored in the 6th match for us to have the mean number of goals scored for all the 6 matches to be 4. And why is it so? Because tomorrow will certainly be better.